right?
That Chick-fil-A quietly.
All right, there we go. There we go. All right, folks, welcome to the last regular season broadcast of Audubon Green Wave Soccer here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. If you're wondering why I'm holding a shoe, Matt decided to take it off on the way there, so I'll fix it in a minute. But I'm Dan Wilkins, and we have ourselves an out-of-conference game, the second one of the year for the Green Wave, as the team is lining up, meeting with the referees Joe and Jose, as the 12-5 Audubon Green Wave are about to face off against the 5-8 Maple Shade Wildcats. The only other out-of-conference game all year has been against the Camden Catholic Fighting Irish. Woodstown as well. That would make it the third. But still, Audubon has not lost an out-of-conference game yet, and we'll see what happens today. But it looks like they're getting ready to play. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for both sides. Presented by DJK Roofing, South Jersey's #1 roofing supplier with over 200 five-star reviews on the web. Get a free quote today at djkroofing.com. Excuse you. Chick-fil-A was too much for you. But for the Wildcats starting lineup, as coached by Rory Watkins, we have ourselves Bruno Barroso de Souza, Dylan Ritter, Henrico Tacconi, Frank Jones, Gabe Iorio, Jeremiah Iorio, Lejander Bueno Sosa, Corey Volsi, Pat Vallon, Jason Wilson, and Preston Carey. Looks like they didn't have a... Oh, Pat Vallon will be in the goal wearing number 19. And same as yesterday for the Green Wave, with Trent Bannell in the goal. Gabe McCracken here to back up if needed. But 80 minutes of Audubon Green Wave soccer coming up in just a second. But obviously for the Green Wave, this being their last regular season game of the year, this is going to be an interesting turning point for Audubon, as you know. Starting on Monday, actually, we might know over the weekend who Audubon will play in their first round game. It looks like the outlook is that their first game will be at home, and then the rest will be away if they were to move forward in the playoff ventures. But we'll figure everything out once we get there. Like we said, the referees for today's ball game, Joe and Jose. Jose will be on the far side of our screen for the first half, and Joe will be closer to us, as this is definitely one of the more interesting broadcasting setups I've had to deal with in quite a while, because of the fact that, as you can see here at Maple Shade, there's actually quite an embankment that puts the grandstands a good 5, 6 to 8 feet above the ground level, which is why actually that might be a bit of an interesting challenge for players that are having to throw in from that side of the field. It's even pronounced on the other side as well. If you're having throw-ins, you might want to hug the line when you throw it in instead of going from really far out, which is something that I hadn't really considered before this game, but if you think about it, that is something to consider. But let's get ourselves the Game Master app open, clear the time, clear the scores, and head on over to the scoreboard panel. Trent Bannell in the goal. Otherwise, it'll be Giordano, Stockland, Heller, Cameron. Who else is there? Hassan, Kasich, Tyler Wiltsey, Kaina Ugana Ufere, RJ Homa, and Hayden Wiltsey. For Giordano, Wiltsey, and Ufere, it will be their last regular season game as a member of the Green Wave, as they are set to graduate in June of next year. They line up, they're in a huddle, and the Wildcats will take the pitch as well. Like we said, the tall and lanky Pat Vallon with the green and black goalkeeper's jersey will be the one to protect Maple Shade tonight. Like we said, Maple Shade playing in the BCSL. I always get tripped up with that acronym, but BCSL in reference to the Burlington County Soccer League. Fans from both sides are filing in. We're ready to get underway from Maple Shade. And this will be kicked off, and we're underway. Brought by Frank Jones, and it'll go back out to Hayden Wiltsey, who's going to try to get something going, and already Pat Vallon will have an opportunity, and he will stop that one in front of his goal. Fallon will kick this one away. It's a high pop-up that'll go just over midfield. Stopped by LaFrance. Stockland bounces it off of his head. Bounces off of Maple Shades number 11, Gabe Iorio. And now you can see Banel telling Giordano to switch it. And Cameron now has it. Back out to Kasich. Kasich sends this one to Ben Cameron, the freshman. And now Tyler Wiltsey will have an opportunity here going head-to-head, toe-to-toe with Bruno Barosso de Souza. We had a lot of players, especially on Collingswood, that had 3 names. But when you look at something like Maple Shade, well, here we go. Maybe a shot for them, but it's stopped by Blaze. Kina's got this one, sends it to number 12, which is Gabe Iorio, or rather that will be his brother, I assume, Jeremiah Iorio. Gabe Iorio being the older one of the two, him being a senior this year, and Jeremiah being a sophomore class of 2025. This one goes out to Jeremiah, and back out to number 7, Henrico Tacconi. And Homa trying to stop that one as number 9, Frank Jones, with what looks like a cast on his right arm. Hopefully that won't affect him too much. I remember Ben Klein. I forget who it was that we had to see Ben Klein play. I think it might have been Paulsboro, but I do remember that he had played. There was a player on Paulsboro who played with a cast on his hand, and obviously because you don't touch a soccer ball with your hands, it didn't really matter, but, you know, it does affect you if you have to, you know, what's it called? If you end up making contact with a player, because if you're going toe-to-toe and you get hit hard on that hand, you have a risk of breaking that again. So even though it's not intuitive to think, you know, oh, it's soccer, you don't use your hands, that does play a role, especially with all the contact in the especially physical games that you see a lot of these days. Stockland's going to stop this one with his left foot, carried out to Kina. He's going to be challenged by number 14, Lejander Bueno Sosa. And now Wiltsey batted out. And up on the embankment, that one will go out towards the Audubon section. Actually, that one looks like more of a mix of the Audubon and Maple Shade crowd. Yeah, here, I know the graphic on the lower third of your screen, when we started the stream, said Maple Shade High School, but I was not expecting that the high school plays at Yoakum Elementary School, which is the brick building that you see now on your screen. But obviously, you know, I've seen a couple schools like Gloucester, you know, if they were to play on that grass field that we were going to play on yesterday, then it would have been much different, as it would have been right behind the Cold Spring School, which I believe is also elementary. But this is actually playing there because, you know, last time around we played on the turf, which is connected with the high school. I mean, there are several facilities, several teams who don't directly use, you know, the high school as a backdrop or whatever, you know, for their soccer fields. Audubon doesn't. We have the Green Wave turf, which is up the street on Edgewood. Then you have to make a left on the Merchant and then back around. And that one is headed into the trees, and it will bring down about 1,000 pine needles. And that will come back down to earth. Hopefully the ball's not pierced, but it'll be Pat Fallon who will line this one away just outside of his goal, as just like what Haddon Township does, they wind the clock down. Usually in soccer, you wind the clock upwards to see how many minutes have gone by. But I think maybe the score operator, whatever operating software they use, may not have an option for that. And here's where that throw-in could matter on that hill. If you're a guy like Terry Herron who likes to throw it in from deep, that's going to affect you if you have to go several feet up that embankment. Jeremiah expresses a little bit of frustration there after not being able to make the play, but it'll be brought out to number 7, Tanconi.
Good idea, yeah.
Off the head of Lejander Bueno Sosa, now back out to Jeremiah Iorio. This one will go out towards number 20, and it will go out of play towards the red vines and the red leaves that are amassed back there. That one was kicked out by Jason Wilson, a defenseman who is a senior this year. Brought out by Tacconi. Homa's got it, but it goes right back into Maple Shade's hands. And Tony in the sweeper spot kind of muffs a kick a little, tries to get it back into play, and that one will bounce right on the line, and that one will be out of play. This will be thrown in by number 29, Preston Carey, a defenseman who is a sophomore, class of 2025. Kicked out by Kina to Blaze, back out to RJ. And Hayden Wiltsey showing off of that ambidextrous footwork. Goes back up in the air, bounces right off the center of the chest of Taccone. Hayden Wiltsey trying to send this one back the other way, get the ball out of their own court, and Stockland muffs that one. This will be thrown in by Gabe Iorio, the older of the two Iorio brothers. Seems like Maple Shade in the first about 6 minutes or so being pretty vocal and telling the teams how to conduct themselves, how to play a good game, and that I can respect. The fact that you're willing to have that kind of transparency to get yourself, give up a little bit of your game plan for a little bit of extra communication. And a nice deflection there by number 18, Corey Volsey. He's able to send that one out of play, preventing Kina from getting anywhere close to that. So, yeah, but Maple Shade had has had a very similar season to how our old rivals Gateway have. And where you're either winning or you're losing. And that one's going to be an attempt by Wiltsey, but now Giordano, further up than he usually is going to send this one up towards the chain link embankment. I mean, looking how Maple Shade has done this year, is Valen's going to send this one away on a line drive, headed off of Jeremiah Iorio. Sent out to Jeremiah. Now back out to Lehander Buenososa. Stockland bounces this one up, battling 101, and that will bounce off the embankment and actually will roll up almost to the grandstand. This will be thrown in by Preston Carey. And Blaze sends a roaring kick off the right side of his foot, kind of at an awkward angle, but he makes it work. As now Homa will have this one. Send it to JJ. He might set up a shot. He lines it on the ground, stopped by Carey, who's playing his job at defense. It'll go past Buenososa. Blaze trying to set up a strike and maybe trying to make his case for becoming a striker in 2023, but he does not make the shot as it is just wide left of Valen, or rather wide right of him and wide left of the post itself. Yeah, Valen will send this one away, but looking at how Maple Shade has done this year, they have definitely had a rocky year. 5-8, 3-5 in the BCSL Freedom Division. They started the year off 0-4 with losses to West Hampton Tech, an emphatic loss to Riverside, which was the team that Audubon played on September the 1st as a part of the second of 3 scrimmages that we cover here on DWB, and then a shutout loss to Pennsauken, and another one to New Egypt. But their first win, they actually won 4 out of the 5 next ones. They were able to rebound. They won 8-1 versus STEM Civics, 2-0 versus Pemberton, 1-0 loss to Burlington City, and they split the gap with a defenseless game, 8-5 versus Medford Tech, and 6-1 versus West Hampton Tech. However, what's that?
No, I was watching Connie, almost got the intercepted pass.
Yeah, almost got that one, but considering how they've done since the start of October, they have lost 3 of the 4 matches that they have played in that time span. 3-0, 2-0, and 1-0 losses to New Egypt, Riverside, and Doane Academy, and now a 4-0 loss versus Pemberton. Their last match of the year will be versus Lindenwold on the 25th. That one's up off the center of the chest of number 5, Barusa de Souza. Stockland trying to work with it, sending it on its way to Homa. Homa out to Carey. Carey with a decent touch there. Sends this one to Taccone. Taccone has it. He's going to send it to Gabe Iorio. Gets a little bit up close and personal with Stockland. LaFrance trying to make this one work. I thought he was going to hug the line, but instead he went to the right of it on maybe like a 30-degree angle. And Preston Carey with a booming kick to send that one back the other way. And now diving and landing on his all fours and getting back up pretty easily is Ben Cameron. And now Hayden Welty trying to set up for what will be his 11th goal of the year. He's got a shot, and it is a line drive right to Pat Vallon, who stops it with ease after knocking it down. There's a high one. This one will go over the head of Frank Jones, sophomore midfielder. And like we said, Jones with what appears to be a cast on his right arm. Hopefully that doesn't affect him too much. But that will bounce on the ground. A good stop there by Iorio, Jeremiah that is. They're going to keep passing the ball around a little bit. Unofficially, we are at 11:15 just about. Still just getting started in the first half. And Preston Carey, the defenseman who's a sophomore this year, really giving himself a presence on defense. He sent a lot of booming kicks, maybe playing a sort of sweeper role like Tony Giordano does, although a lot younger than Tony. And that one is stopped. Almost had something going. Bruno de Sosa, Bueno Sosa, excuse me, trying to stop that one is LaFrance, and he does. A very good stop there. Preston Carey's going to throw this one in. Sent out to Kaina, who kind of stumbles over the ball a little bit. Sending it to Hayden, but it'll be stopped by Jeremiah Iorio. They want him to set up a shot, and Beno will save this one. Yeah, like we said, we'll figure out who plays who in the playoffs officially on Monday, but it seems like since NJ.com is very prevalent in updating scores and PowerPoints as quickly as they can, it looks like that may be available as early as the weekend. So, of course, Audubon players here who may have a... What's that?
That's a long punt.
That was a very good punt there by
Either
Pat Vallon. That probably...
Field's short.
What's that?
Either that was a long punt or field's just short.
I mean, I feel like it's a little bit of both.
This field is...
I mean, it's not like I'm going to get out a tape measure and look at it, but it does seem...
Tape measure each other side to side.
You could, string a couple of them together, tether them together a little bit.
End them.
A good stop off the center of the chest by number 6, Dylan Ritter, the junior. As he's going to get a kickoff, that is Ritter to Wiltsey, Hayden Wiltsey. Stopped by his younger brother Tyler, sending this one away. And he's going to go down on his buttocks. He'll get back up. And one will land right at midfield, hugging the line, and that will go out of play if the whistle's blown as such. Yeah, the Audubon players who are here in Maple Shade tonight will have to get on the bus pretty quickly and head on home as soon as they can to get ready for the homecoming dance, which is tonight, the auxiliary gym. I'm not paid to say that, just giving a PSA. I mean, I'm not going, but, kind of how it is. Kind of almost got right into number 18, Corey Volsey. Now Carey hugs the line and Stockland stops it, but with poor momentum. And now LaFrance gets that one out of play. So a third throw in for Carey. This one well up the field from before. He's going to throw it in. Bounced off the right foot, the sole of the right foot of Frank Jones. Sent out to Kaina, who runs it right through the 5-hole of Bueno Sosa. And now Wiltsey sends it to Hassan Kasich, the Turkish-American. And he will line this one right off the hip of Barroso de Souza. Bruno Barroso de Souza, the midfielder, who's a junior this year, 2024. That one goes right off the ear of Barroso de Souza. That was a very close call. That's not the kind of place where you want a header to lay. You don't want anything to get rattled up there.
Good stop by George Heller.
Very good stop there. George Heller, probably going to be a very regular starter next year. He's been kind of on and off this year in how many games he has started. But
he started, I think, more than he has.
I think it honestly is just day to day, though. But I think he will be every day starting next year, considering the departures that we will have.
For anybody, that's the thing.
Tony's going to stop this one. It's up in the air. This one might stay in play, and it does. Stockland's going to hug the line. So will Homa. That one kind of gets on top of it a little bit. But Kina's going to pass it to Tyler, trying to make something work. Stopped by Preston Carey. It's up in the air, bounced by Jason Wilson. Now Wilson to Coney. And Homa can't get there. LaFrance kind of bats it off his foot, but as a late reaction, it goes out to Tony, who's going to have to thwart the threat. And now Kine off the center of his chest, trying to get some impressive footwork in. This one now goes over the head of Wiltsey, back over his head. He bounces it once, sends it on the ground. Now this will be sent possibly for a goal, but he's outnumbered on defense. It'll go back out on a flubbed kick there by Corey Volsey. And Stockland tried to get it, but after a long battle, long hard-fought battle, wasn't able to get there. So Stockland will throw this one in. He sends it off the right shoulder of Kina. Number 9 to number 9, Frank Jones.
Looks like Ben Cameron's going to send it back in.
Probably, yeah.
Casey Cameron's in now.
Yeah, Casey Cameron is in.
Didn't even notice that. Who
the older brother of Ben by 2 grades.
Hassan went out for him, right?
Yeah, it looks like Hassan is over there. Can't tell for sure, but we'll wait until after the play.
I wonder if they have like, the Wiltsey chemistry.
I mean, I don't know. I mean,
you know how like Tyler and Hayden have like kind of chemistry?
That one is off the crossbar. As close as you can get, kinda.
I feel like if that didn't deflect off that player, it probably would have went in.
Yeah, got a little bit tipped, and that's where you have that deference.
Hey, but that's the name of the game. I mean.
Yeah, that's just how it works. Kina's gonna send this one. But yeah, it looks like.
Casey getting back, that's good.
Yeah, I can't see Hassan out, but...
He's on the bench sitting out.
Oh, he's sitting down.
He's sitting next to the coolers.
Yeah, there you go. Along with Michael Colleen, who is sitting on top of the coolers. Getting a higher view of the game.
Just like us.
Doing a little bit of a cartwheel there is Gabe Iorio, or rather Jeremiah.
Blaze is going to try to
Brotherhood?
get up the field.
What's that?
Said Blaze tried getting up the field with a stop.
Yeah. Sun right in my right side of my face, and Andy Volsey, or the Corey Volsey. I don't know why I said Andy, but
you see the fans. The fans are very vocal.
Well, that's a good thing.
No, I'm saying that's a. I haven't seen a lot of fans this year that are like that.
Probably because a lot of them don't know what they're talking about. So when you don't know what you're talking about,
I only really hear.
And when it's stopped by Bennell, and he gets wrestled to the ground on a late hit. Yeah, Gabe Iorio. Bennell's on the ground.
Ball in his hands. Okay.
Well, our referee over there, Joe, will figure it out. I think Stockland had some choice words for him.
Blaze did.
Oh, well, that's Blaze. And even Thomas Eddy was just telling him, don't say a word.
Can't afford that during this game.
No.
Especially when it's still 0-0.
Yeah.
It's 20 minutes in.
Yeah, 0-0. Hard-fought battle, I gotta say.
And I haven't heard any analogies to that.
I just...
Haven't come up with any?
They come to you, you know?
I feel like they're like random.
They are.
Yeah.
Jason out to...
What was the one that you used yesterday? Do-si-do?
Do-si-do, yeah. Well, kind of like a square dance.
That was my favorite one this year so far.
Do you even know what a do-si-do is?
Yeah, it's a dance.
Yeah.
It's like a Western dance, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a square dance.
Did they do the dance in a square?
It's kind of like Cotton Eye Joe kind of thing.
Oh, so it's like a one positioning dance.
Yeah.
I never really got to move.
Something that they used to do when I celebrated my birthday at Texas Roadhouse.
I used to go there for my birthday stuff.
The one in
The one up in like near Buffalo Wild Wings and stuff.
I was talking about Turnerville.
Yeah, the one it's like near the Carve Mac, what you call all the places up there.
Again, mark down the time 24:50 when I go on a tangent about Texas Roadhouse. Yeah. Now I want that.
We had 20.
Now I want
20.
that.
They're like just like 12 seconds ahead of us. Also.
Yeah.
I don't know how we haven't stopped. Neither of us have stopped the clock.
Maybe that was for.
Maybe our clock just like isn't by a second.
Yeah.
I don't know, but Blaze is going to try to go for it. Now they will stop.
All right. Yeah.
This will be kicked in by number 13, Vitor Souza de Lima.
That's a problem with like talking back to refs. I feel like now Blaze is kind of like target on his back.
Yeah.
Not like whereas it's just like the ref's going to pay more attention to him personally now.
Yeah. He might
That's
get more calls
That's
against
just
him,
my
too.
opinion, though.
Yeah.
I don't know about you.
No, I agree. Blaze sends this one away.
Like it didn't really even seem. He didn't make any contact with that player.
No.
Hayden has a little something going here.
Yeah, Hayden's got something. He could have set it up to Kina, but he gets stopped by the defenseman senior, Jason Wilson. This one is sent to Valen, and he stops it.
Seems like Maple Shade's a pretty solid team to me.
Maybe their record doesn't reflect their playing.
Who they played this year to say.
Well, I told you they started the year 0-4 and then won the next 4 out of their 5. Their first win coming against STEM Civics, but
that's STEM Civics.
That's STEM Civics, yeah.
What are they in? What division?
BCSL. They are in the Freedom Division.
No, that's my ring.
But also, like, you look at Collingswood. Collingswood is a very good team.
Get this.
Yeah.
Only New Egypt and Riverside in the Freedom Division are over 5 games.
Huh. And that one is off the top of the Wildcat Nation. And where is that one going?
Riverside's 12-3.
I guess see you to that soccer ball, because I don't know when we're going to see that one again. I don't even know where that hill leads, but I wish best of luck to that.
Riverside beat Maple Shade 8-1.
Yeah. And Riverside is who Audubon played as a part of their second scrimmage and lost to. Yeah, Audubon.
But then again, that was a scrimmage. I don't think we even played our starters that game.
I think we did.
We didn't play most of the game.
But it was a close game.
Because I think it was like 1-1, and then we put backups in and they scored.
Yeah.
Or it was 1-0. Yeah, that's right. It was 1-0.
And then they scored twice in the sport of over the course of like 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that game because I got mad about it.
Preston Carey sends this one up on the embankment. And it looks like that ball runner got that ball back somehow. I don't even know where that ball leads or where that hill leads, but I don't know much about Maple Shade if I'm being quite blunt.
So it looks like Maple Shade played pretty. Pretty normal teams.
Yeah.
Played anybody really that big. Riverside's a big team that they played.
And maybe Audubon's not going on all cylinders because of the fact that they already have everything locked up.
I kind of want to because if we lose, we play Gateway. True. I don't want to play Gateway. Not after what happened.
No.
They're going to come out very aggressive.
And you might have another altercation.
Have another something like that.
Although, when that fight happened on the Tuesday Night Lights, nobody got carded. Nobody got carded.
I told my dad about that. He was very surprised that nobody got
I was surprised, too, because, I mean, you have people...
I would have thought that at least the person that initiated contact with Tyler would have got a card.
Yeah.
He did stomp on Tyler.
And, of course, my stream froze at the absolute worst time when the two players were hitting Wiltsey, and Tomasetti was even ticked at me because he wanted to send that footage to the superintendent, and I said, or at least he seemed upset, and that'll be an offsides. That was offsides by about a country mile, and yeah, that will be a offsides, but yeah, he wanted to send that to the superintendent, but, maybe a little frustrated that I wasn't able to get that, but the stream all night seemed a little iffy. There was, on the video that you're seeing now, I use OBS Studio to stream. You may know it if you're in, like, the video games and stuff, and Twitch and everything like that, but, for that, it gives you a counter on the bottom of your screen for dropped frames, as in how many frames of video were lost due to bad connection or bad video settings or bad audio settings, whatever it may be. Right now, it's 0. The stream is completely clean. But in areas where there's bad internet, like Lindenwold or Haddonfield,
because Audubon has good internet.
it may have been because of the signal at night. I'm not sure. Like, I know when I'm at home, I don't have as good internet service at night as I do during the day. I don't know why, but
Right. It's interesting.
I don't know. But Valen might have his first shot that would have gotten past him, but that was a good job there by Preston Carey to... What's that?
That's interesting. I think that deflected off a Maple Shade player. Okay.
It did, but again, not everybody's there. I mean, it's a tough one to make. It is. Truly is. Valen will send this one away. He's shading his eyes from the sun, which is probably right over him. That's got to be very hard to see when you're trying to punt the ball away, and that one wasn't as strong of a punt as he had before, but now this one will be passed, kind of. Sean Clark trying to get a shot here, as Jason Stockland will send this one the other way. Clark with a bit of a flabbergasted kick, and it goes over to himself again after deflecting off of Kina right towards the corner and stopped by Pat Valen. This might be a much closer game than we had expected.
I expected this.
You expected this?
Yeah. It was like this last year against Maple Shade.
Audubon did beat Maple Shade the last time that the last 2 times that they played.
In fact, it was like 3 or 4 now.
I believe so.
Like all the goals came in the second. When I say all the goals came in the second, I mean every goal came in the second.
Yeah. Yeah, the last time that Audubon played Maple Shade outside of last year was actually the only time when you look at NJ.com record keeping, which began in 2010. They played them on October the 1st, 2016 in Maple Shade, and Audubon won 3-2. Goals,
so we've never lost to Maple Shade.
What's that?
So we've never lost to Maple Shade.
In the era that NJ.com keeps records, which is 2010, 12 years.
Yeah.
And I wish they kept records further back, but it is what it is.
It's like Casey took a step into the kick on accident.
Yeah. Because even though 12 years seems like a long time, it's not terribly large of a sample size. You know, you need at least like a good 2 decades under your belt until you could confidently say, you know, with reasonable, beyond reasonable doubt that you can, you know, have something that historic, or if you're just keeping records. But you also have to remember that NJ.com is kind of, oh, wait, hold up, kind of trying to get a shot, and it is a roller that'll be Canicorn right to Valen. But NJ.com is kind of community ran kind of thing. Not as in, you know, like anybody, you know, Joe Schmo out there can submit a score, but it's the responsibility of the coach of the home team to submit the scores and the score books to NJ.com. This will be back to the white side, Audubon. Also a substitution. Hassan is back in, Casey Cameron is out. JJ will line this one up. He'll throw it in, gets a nice oomph to it. And back-to-back headers off the left side, and this one is headed towards the embankment, and away it goes. Unofficially, about 28:55. Looking at the scoreboard up there, we may be a little off, but we don't run it in sync with what they have up there, as you can see. Wiltsie's back in. I didn't even realize he was out, but Sean Clark will take a seat. Looks like no Terry Herron today, I don't think.
No, he's not.
He's been dealing with a foot injury for a little while.
It happened apparently in a...
Whoa, look out. JJ tried to get something going, and Tony right in the corner doesn't get it. And to have Kaina right next to you, the 6'3" Kaina Ugana Ferre, kind of run into you like a battering ram.
Once the goalie's going up, you pretty much like lay off.
Yeah, which kind of did not, but
No, he did.
well,
Or he didn't put his head into the ball.
yeah,
It's just awareness. Like
right. I mean, still a great job saving that ball by Pat Vallon, though. We've seen, I didn't know much about Maple Shade at all before today, but obviously they seem to have a very good defense. Because if you look at the lower third graphic, if I have the right one, if you look at the lower third graphic that I had, you were able to see that, 31 goals, 32 goals allowed.
Yeah.
So Maple Shade,
Oh,
despite the fact that they are 3
what's
games
ours?
under, we are way over that. I think I'll check in just a second, but considering that Maple Shade is 3 games under 500 this year, the fact that they've only allowed one more goal than they have scored goals, basically 50-50, an even card, an even play, it just kind of shows that they do have a good defense, and they've been able to hold teams even if their offense hasn't done much in the name of scoring, that their defense has. Tyler Welty trying to set it up.
See, I don't see it about Tyler. He just tries going right through the middle.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we'll go. Oh. And we'll stay in as kicked by Victor. What's that?
Maybe the lines aren't vivid enough.
I mean, they aren't. I mean, look at that. Like right there, you can barely tell if you don't have 20/20 vision, and even in the corner. Yeah. But RJ's got this one. Ronnie sends it to Zach Fayer, who's in the game.
I don't know if Maple Shade makes the playoffs.
And I'm not sure.
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
I don't know how it. I don't know what group they're in. I don't know.
It's all Group 1.
For the soccer?
We would be in the same entire playoff bracket as they have.
No, I'm saying I don't know what group Maple Shade is.
Group 1.
How do you know?
Because they are.
Okay. I didn't know that. I mean, we have. I mean, Camden Catholics, I don't think is a Group 1 school.
It is.
Okay. Thought they were a lot bigger than that. Their campus certainly looks huge. Substitution kind of will take a seat.
Like a lot of people think Township's a Group 2 school or not.
And Sean Clark running in.
Very heavily, too.
That was fast. It was very fast. You can hear the locusts behind us. Just know it's...
I think those are crickets. So. Oh!
And Vallon, wow! Up in the air, acrobatic. With a roaring cheer from Maple Shade. Wow.
We're broken our fans are. Wish our fans were. We made it. Yeah. We just did a good job.
No matter what side you're on, that is impressive. Wow. Pat Vallon up in the air and denying.
Great shot by Argent.
Yeah, it was a great shot and a great save.
Let's not forget that. That was a great shot.
Aiden Wiltsey will take the corner. Trying to set it up for Tyler. That one is blocked again.
Very wide open, wide shot right there.
That one will go to the left of the goalpost in the embankment.
That's 6 minutes.
Yeah, it looks like it. We're probably off by like 20 seconds.
I think your counter's slow. I think it just goes slow.
Sometimes it doesn't update right, so like it skips a second or something like that, so it'll be a little slow. You can see Vallon looking straight ahead. He's trying to block his view of the sun.
That might be a problem with Trent.
When Trent goes over to the other side, especially if you're trying to make a similar kick to what he's doing, could be a problem.
Could very well be an issue.
Vallon not going to get there, but it will be to the left of the goalpost, so a moot point anyway.
It's a problem with Tyler. He's legs that are too strong.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes your foot just gets a little bit too far under the ball.
Right. It just kind of happens. So do you know who Audubon could play? Because he said we would play Gateway if we lose. Do you know who we could play if we win? Which was the team that we played last year in the first round?
I think. Maybe not.
Go into it, Blue.
Something like that.
Maybe.
We play Riverside, and Riverside's going to be a hard game.
Yeah, Cor.
No.
Get up there.
Especially if, I got the opportunity to talk to Trent today, and he said, this is our year to make a deep run. We just have that kind of chemistry. We're a loose team. We have fun.
Work, Leander. Work.
That's the thing, though. A lot of teams like Township, for example, they just have fun. They be so serious.
Yeah.
Like when they're.
That's probably why they're winning.
No, not even just that. It's the fact that like, when they're winning games, they have to blow out a team.
Yeah.
They can't just win. They have to blow them out. They don't ever put their JV in the games.
No.
We do sometimes. When we're winning, we'll put the JV in.
Yeah, like when Audubon played.
For some reason, they don't want to do that.
When Audubon played Haddon Township and we got, our butts kicked 6-1, Gabe Chatton was in there and Luke Chatton was in there the entire time.
Yeah, they never took them out. So I understand.
That's the mentality of a
Same
team.
thing with West Effort. If I remember, I think our coach said something about that.
Yeah, he did. He actually got in a war of words.
He was like you're making the kids feel bad.
And do I think that Tomasetti was in
No.
the right or wrong in that situation? I think I'm more indifferent because I think that he had grounds to say, hey, we have our JV in down by, 6 goals, and you have your starters in. What's the deal? What's the whoop? But I also see the other side of you want to get your starters playing time and you want to win.
No, he had a point.
He did.
He had your JV in. If he had our varsity in, that would be different.
And the West Deptford coaching staff only put in the JV after Tomasetti
said something.
After Tomasetti gave, read him the riot act. And I was gonna go to RJ, but Blaze kind of came in at a weird angle and stopped it.
I wonder if Hayden was expecting a call back there.
I don't know. I know that I got to, and Homa goes for the tumble. I was going to come up with a more creative gymnastic-y term, but...
This would make us 12-3, I think, right? 12-5, sorry.
It would make us 13-5, I believe.
13-5.
Over 18 matches played. We'll see. And Valen took in a dangerous position there, but it works. Now he's right back at home. He's right back at ground zero, but he's got... That was going to be sent to Jarrett Coffin. Stockland trying to work with him. Blaze.
Keep it down there.
Look out now.
Go, Jarrett. Take the shot. Go, Jarrett.
That one got a play. Good slide there to try to save that one by Jarrett Coffin.
Yeah.
No.
Not sure. His shoulders nod.
No.
1 minute, guys. 1 minute. All right.
Yeah, about a minute and a half left in the first half. No score between the Green Wave and the Wildcats here on Dan Wilkins Broadcasting. If you have any questions or comments about today's broadcast, drop me a line at So drop me a line at Dan, D-A-N, Wilkins, W-I-L-K-I-N-S, show, S-H-O-W, at gmail.com. Any serious sponsorship inquiries should also go to that email. We do have new sponsorship packages for the 2023 spring season for baseball. $50 for a standard sponsorship, $100 to have a segment sponsored after you, and $150 to have a commercial filmed at your location to promote your brand or business. Wiltsey sends a kick running parallel to the goal. LaFrance heads it, and Wiltsey gives him a little fake, and it's stopped by Valen. He's been very alert tonight, and that's probably going to be one of the last opportunities that they have, as Wiltsey will line it up for another corner kick. He's got about 20 seconds to make it right. And that one runs parallel to the goal.
As Clarkie will keep it in.
And Clark keeps it in just barely, but that one will go out after a valiant effort. 5 seconds left, and Stockland will let the time run out, it looks like. And that's the way it is. So after 40, we got 40 to go here from Maple Shade at Yoakum Elementary. No score between the Audubon Green Wave and the Maple Shade Wildcats. We'll take a break. We'll be back in 6 or so minutes with the halftime report and 40 more minutes of Green Wave soccer.
Wow.
I guess I'll take the decent shot. Oh, RJ.
So Rory Watkins is coming out with his speaker and microphone. It looks like they're going to do a senior night's presentation for the Maple Shade parents. So we will.
Looks like Audubon might just be coming out.
Yeah.
I don't know where they're going to. The opposite side of the field, maybe.
Because some Maple Shade parents might want to watch this broadcast, I will still stream this one.
So,
What was that?
I guess so. I know.
So we'll mute our mics. We'll be right back. The field mic is on.
Bluetooth disconnected. Bluetooth pairing.
All right, let's go. Let's go, guys. I gotta get through this quick. All right, guys, we're going alphabetical order, all right? So, alphabetical order.
Are we last? Yeah. W's last.
Bluetooth connected.
All right, we are going to do our senior recognitions because our senior recognition got rained out at Pemberton. I'm going to try to make this quick because I'm aware the referees have places to go. So, first senior I would like to introduce is Alex Bacalima. Alex Bacalima. Give it all up for everybody else. All right, let's try that again. Our first senior, Alex Bacalima. Here we go. Alex has been looking for this night since he's joined the team. He loves the sport so much, and it brings him peace every time he plays. He would like to thank his previous coaches, Hennis and Webb, and also his new coaches, Watkins and Smith. Alex's plans after high school is to go to a trade school for HVAC or any type of construction-based trade and hope to have his own business in the future. Alex started a small power washing business over the summer, so he knows a little bit about having a business. Alex would like to thank his parents, even though they can't come to his games because of work most of the time. They always did their part in supporting Alex. He would also like to thank them for all the sacrifices they did for him to become the young man that he is today. Alex would like to thank all his teammates and his friends for his support. Alex will miss all of this, but he will remember it for life. Viva Ecuador! All right, our next senior is Alex Cruz. Alex Cruz, give it up for Alex Cruz, everybody. All right, Alex wants to thank his dad that brought him into the game of soccer when he was a kid, and his mom for always supporting him whenever he feels down and making him feel better. Without them, he would not be interested in soccer again. In July, Alex suffered an injury that the doctor told him that he wouldn't be ready to play for the start of his senior season. He proved to them that he would be back in the team, and he did everything he could to help the team despite not being able to play in his absence. Alex is thankful for all of his friends, family, teammates, coaches who have been there for him and knew that he could make it back to the team to finish out his senior season. He cannot believe this is his final year of high school and is very happy that things are going well thus far. Alex's favorite memories about this season were spending lots of time with his teammates and sticking up for one another. After high school, Alex plans to continue soccer in college. It doesn't matter how far or close to home Alex is. He will give everything to prove who he is as a player and a person. Alex's biggest supporters will always be his mother and father. Love you, Mom and Dad. From your son, Alexis Cruz Tenorio. All right, our next senior and one of our captains, Gabe Iorio. Give it up for Gabe and his mom. Gabe cannot believe that this senior night is his. He has been practicing what to say since freshman year. He wants to thank his previous coaches, Hennis and Webb, because them two have helped him build the player and individual he is today. Gabe wants to thank his new coaches, Watkins and Smith, as you guys have done such a great job fulfilling our role as coaches and putting your flair on the way you organize this team. Gabe wants to thank his mom because she has been to every game that she possibly could attend, no matter what the weather was or the conditions. Thank you for being my personal Uber to and from games and practices and my #1 cheerleader. To my brother Jeremiah, to his brother Jeremiah, Gabe will miss playing with you. We have always been the greatest duo ever since you could run. He is proud of the monster you are and hope you can continue to be one in everything you do. He is very proud. To his present and previous teammates, he loves you guys, and thank you for always giving him the push to want to play on the field, even when he doesn't feel like it. He will miss the laughs, the winning, the losing, and even the fighting. Your number 11 signing out. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the game. Our 4th senior, we have Henrico Tacconi. Give it up for Henrico. This is Henrico Tacconi. His last year in the Maple Shade High School community, representing the Brazilian community, and he does it very well, might I add. He is very thankful for the support everyone has given to him, as well as the honor of being part of the soccer family through his last year of high school. After high school, he looks forward to becoming an entrepreneur and following his goals with business. And again, he would like to thank his parents for all of the sacrifices they've made in order for him to become the person that he is today. Everybody, Henrico Tacconi. All right, and then our final senior and captain, Jason Wilson. Give it up for Jason. To start off, Jason would like to thank his old coaches, Hennis and Webb, for turning him into the player that he is today. He also would like to thank Coach Watkins and Coach Smith for helping him to continue to improve his game. Soccer has been in Jason's life for 14 years and has helped him form many relationships. He would like to thank his parents, Tina and Tim, for being his main inspiration and sparking his love for soccer. Jason would also like to thank Dylan Rizzer, his teammate of 6 years, and Gabe Ioria, the only other senior to play with him throughout all 4 years of high school. Jason will continue to pursue his education as a forensic psychology major in college. Jason has always loved soccer and is happy that the last year of playing was with this team as their captain. Give it up for our seniors, y'all. Let's go. All right, and with that concludes our senior celebration. Let's go, boys.
And that was head coach Rory Watkins. As we're about to get started with the second half of play here from Yoakum Elementary here in Maple Shade, as the bugs are flying all around us. But Audubon, after somewhat of a delay, will get themselves back in the groove of things. For the Maple Shade parents, if they'd like to watch the footage again, I did record it with the microphones amplified on the field mic so you can hear it better. Presentation there showing off the bright talents here on this Wildcats team, including, as we said, Tacconi, Cruz, Iorio, and Jason Wilson. That goalkeeper who's had a lot of success this year, Pat Vallon, is only a junior. So if Audubon plays Maple Shade again next year for the 3rd year in a row, we might have to have another defensive duel against them again. And that one will be out of play up here, kind of. A good one, yeah. Maybe got like 75% of the way.
It's not half for you, but start off strong.
Is that a play? That one's up in the air, bounced off the center, Frank Jones.
That's a very risky thing to do.
That is very risky with how his hand is. Yeah, I mean, you can see that. Actually, hold up. Wait for that to go. Whoa, and kind of takes a tumble.
This might be a great shot for Hayden.
You can see Frank Jones. I mean, look at how thick that cast is.
Yeah, it's a very thick cast, too. It's not like it's a thin cast. It's probably like double what his arm is.
Yeah, that could be like a broken wrist or something like that, honestly.
I did it in soccer. Oh, yeah, they definitely got the cast.
Yeah, here we go. Hayden Wiltsey trying to go to the corner here, or rather not the corner, but with the free kick. He'll try to line this one up.
I think he sends it to the left.
To the left?
But wait, now to the right.
Well, that's where Vallon is standing. He'll try it, And it is wide right. Just didn't get any air on it.
I don't think he wanted to.
True. Because if he got any air on it, it might have been too much air and wouldn't have worked.
I think he should have.
Well, Valen will now send this one away. You can see now Banel is shading his eyes from the sun. So that's just, it's just a result of this time of year. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit that the other way. I went hit our tripod leg. Seems like it touched us.
That's gonna be that could be a PK.
Probably will be. Wiltsey will get back up.
It looks like it's in the box today. Meaning it would be a PK. It's in the box.
Watkins is asking if it's in the box.
It is.
I thought it was, yeah. Tomasetti asking if Hayden is
now
okay.
remember, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Hayden hasn't been too good on PKs this year.
Is that different than before?
He's gotten way better on his free kicks, but he never really took PKs last year. It was more so Connor, I think, that took him. We didn't get a lot anyway, so.
No. This year's probably had more than last. Here we go. Wiltsey on the left side of your screen. He'll adjust. Valen, ready to go. Got it. Stalemate broken. 42.5 minutes in.
Hey, did we update the score, Hardy? No, we didn't, right?
Come on, Blue, keep it up.
1-0 Green Wave on the 11th goal of the year by Hayden Wiltsey, the senior, in what will be his final regular season game.
Dang it. If it ends like this, we cannot review Hayden again.
We just interviewed him yesterday with the special Raymond Barrera.
That was amazing, too.
That was a great interview. Huge props to
happy
Hayden.
we did that.
And, Hayden is not just a great soccer player. He's a great academic as well. He's in I believe he's in a lot of AP classes. He's, like we said, in Spanish 5. I mean, the fact that he's, 18 years old, and he was able to translate what Raymond was saying as good as, that was right off the face of Dylan Ritter there, but, just Hayden being such a good Spanish to English and English to Spanish translator, I had never thought that, because Hayden told me before the game, he said, I'm not that good of a translator, or before the interview, rather. He said, I'm not that good of a translator.
He didn't say that. He said, I guess I'll try to translate.
Okay, well, that's, I guess, what he said, yeah. I didn't remember off the top of my head, but still. Hayden will try a corner. Seems like he's done this for the millionth time this year.
Yeah, he has done a lot of corners this year.
Go, Henry, go.
It's like Tony's going to try to readjust it in. Could be a good save.
Yeah.
What are you doing here? How are you?
Oh.
What are you doing here? Get off.
No, I just came home today. Just now.
From Gwynedd.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, we have a game. We just have practice.
No, I'm talking about the other guy.
Nah.
So you guys are off for what? Just a weekend?
Yeah. I had only class at 8 in the morning, and then we had practice, and then I just came home.
How long does practice run?
Practice was like an hour and 15.
Gotcha. I know Audubon's practices are a little longer than that, but
Yeah.
I think you just missed Hayden Wiltsey scored on a PK.
I just saw that.
Yeah.
Just walked in on that.
So how are things going over at Gwynedd?
Pretty good. Like all my classes and stuff. It's sweet. Yeah. It's very small though, but it's in a nice area.
I meant more for like the soccer team. Huh?
Oh yeah, I mean, not that good, but
it's also a young team because it seems like half of Audubon went there.
Yeah.
Josh, Connor,
and me.
Yeah,
and
Connor had
Casey Wallace goes there too.
Yeah. I remember Casey went there as well. I mean, that's an hour 30 away?
Not even 50.
Oh, okay.
It's not bad at all.
Yeah, I have family that lived in Ambler, but I've never actually been out
really?
to Ambler. Yeah, my
Nice area.
Aunt Janet and Uncle Norman. Norman actually next week is turning 84. So, yeah, hanging in there. But yeah, I wasn't expecting you here. I guess what's it called? Yeah, I mean
I've been trying to come to Trent's games as much as possible.
Right.
It's hard to when you're like
I know it is hard.
Yeah.
But soccer season's almost over, so.
And I was actually talking to the new principal, Jeff Lebb, and Frank Corley, who were talking about potentially starting like a media class, and I said, yeah, have somebody do the broadcast while I'm at college, so I can, so wherever I go, I don't have to drive all the way over to watch a game, because who knows? My number one school right now is 10 hours away from here, so
What school?
Xavier University in the
really?
city proper of Cincinnati.
Wow.
I like that lifestyle.
Xavier.
I kind of want to get away, but it's like I don't want to. I mean, like,
Nice school.
yeah, I might go to like a college visit at Rowan or Delaware, but that would be like if I didn't get any scholarship money whatsoever.
What do you want to go to college for?
This sports communications is what it's usually called. Or actually, teacher convention week, we're doing a college visit out to UIUC, which is Illinois Urbana-Champaign. So that's like an hour south of Chicago. But I don't know how I'd get used to the time zone change. Like
I mean, would you think you would miss your family, or?
I mean, I'd keep in touch with them. It's not like it's 20 years ago. Especially for like my high school friends, the people that I enjoy spending time with. I'll have their contact info and I'll be able to talk to them. And the people that I don't like, I can just ignore them.
Yeah, that's like way different than me. Like, I gotta come home every weekend because I miss my parents and stuff like that. But I just miss Audubon. I just gotta come back.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great community.
Yeah,
whether you got the bad apples or not, Audubon is just an amazing group of people. Everybody's got each other's back. That one's gonna go past Valen and head to Kina.
Stay there, Joe.
And Kina goes down a little bit, and Dylan Ritter sends that one up to Frank Jones. Off the head of Barossa de Souza.
It was just like this when we played them last year, wasn't it? It was like close to first
yeah, and then we scored all goals.
Yeah, we just pulled away in this whole second half. It's just love it.
Yeah, Audubon has only played Maple Shade twice in the NJ.com record-keeping era, starting in 2010. We played them on October 1st, 2016, and won 3-2, and then also won around this time last year and won in a shutout, I believe it was, 3-0.
I think they were our last game last year, too.
Yeah.
I think we've ended on them. So last this year. Come on, RJ.
Oma kind of fell flat on his rear. That one is out of play. Gabe Oreo tried to go for it, didn't get it.
That's a little surprise right there.
For what?
Cooper.
Oh yeah, he's talking to Mark and Amy Wiltsey over there.
He's close to all their parents.
Well, Cooper's a great guy.
He's pretty much best friends with Hayden too.
Yeah.
Hayden probably didn't even know he was coming.
I didn't know he was
I
coming.
didn't know he was.
I mean, I didn't know that when at Mercy was only 50 minutes away.
Yeah,
I
it's
thought
not too far. I didn't get to go to a game unfortunately this year, but that's just because I didn't really feel like driving that far by myself.
Right. See, I'm different, I guess, because I'm used to, just on a personal level, I'm used to being alone a lot.
But you haven't drove by yourself yet that much.
No, and
because one, you're on permanent, and two, your mom's usually with you.
I mean, my whole Illinois-Ohio college trip banks on me being passing my road test on the first try, which I probably will, to be honest, honestly. Just
I think that would have been the goal if you didn't trip him up.
Just like in all honesty.
But actually, it was probably better to foul.
Yeah, and Hayden sends this one.
Okay, I didn't even know that he was going to do that.
Yeah, that was fast, but like that whole trip depends on me passing my road test on the first try. And if I do it, yeah, and then if I don't, then I have to wait 2 more weeks, and that trip's kind of out the window. But, yeah, I mean, I'll probably be, quote, driving alone because my mom always sleeping in the front seat.
Wish I could go with you, but
because she doesn't want to drive at 5:30 in the morning.
Wish I could go. I would love to go to Ohio, but work.
This one's going to be brought by Barossa de Souza.
That's the thing.
And a stop.
I never really thought of that out of college. This year I only thought about. Actually, I thought about Drexel, but I never went to visit.
Yeah, but that's in Philly. That's right across the street.
I could literally. I probably would have commuted there, to be honest.
Yeah. If you want to get away, or not get away, but you know.
Drexel's not a school that I want to stay at.
Because it's Philly.
Yeah.
And Philly's obviously going through a rough patch right now. That one goes right off the foot of Barossa de Souza. Good pass there, off the head of Heller. He'll have to come back up. Homa sends a long punt on a side angle.
Their
Goes out
defense
to
is pretty
Wilson.
high up right now.
This one will be on the ground, and it'll stop right at midfield to be brought in by Corey Volsey.
It's like Tony's going to get something, maybe. Could possibly end as our second only one-scored game.
The other one being
Woodstown, I think. No, not Woodstown.
Head Knights, 2-1.
What was it?
Although no, all the
Wait, what was it? No, we had one that it was only one score.
we had. Oh, you mean 1-0?
Yeah.
Shoot.
What was it? It was
Let me check. I'll check for you. Was it Collingswood, right?
No, Collingswood was 2-1.
Ow. A locust came up and hit my hit my nose.
Who it was?
I wasn't expecting it. I will check though. To the affirmative. Cameron sends that one kind of bending backwards a little bit. Lindenwald.
That's what it was. It was the first
That was just 3 games
it was
ago.
the second Lindenwald game.
Yeah. I don't know why I
You were
already.
the one that said it to me in the Lindenwald game. You're like, this will be our first nothing game either way it goes.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
I don't know why I didn't
It's
think of
also
that.
like the first year we haven't tied.
Yeah.
Crossing my fingers now. I said that.
First year we haven't tied since I believe 2015.
And we usually tie at least twice.
Yeah, once or twice. Once last year versus Woodstown.
Yes, I agree with that. I think that's a team. Oh, that's a team I think we play first round is Woodstown.
Wow.
Get up.
Players going flying. Blaze maybe is a little hampered.
I don't know if is that Blaze? Is that Blaze or
I thought it was.
yeah, it is.
Yeah. Seems to be okay though. And 2 subs for Maple Shade. It is number 2, Jarrett Coffin, and number 13, Vitor Souza de Lima.
You gave a little accent when you said that.
Right in front of the Welcome to Wildcat Nation sign. There's Pat Vallon, who's going to line this one. On a hop or two to Bruno Barossa de Souza. Homa stops this one. Wiltsey tried to get an interjection. Banel trying to run out, and he got it. What's that?
Trent's going to come out and grab it, I said.
Yeah. One goes out towards Gabe McCracken on the sideline. I guess in case the game was like lopsided, they could have used Gabe, but remember
I mean,
when
they usually have to have a backup goalie.
the first time in NJ.com record keeping books that that Maple Shade played Audubon, you know who scored 2 goals that day? Dylan Tro, older brother of Andrew.
I didn't even know he had an older brother. So.
Dylan Tro, they run a lawn business together.
Oh, Andrew does?
I think it's Dylan and his father, I think. May be completely wrong about that, but I know Andrew wears a lawn junkie
Number
shirt all
12,
the time.
Self-fall.
So watch this here. I mean, even when Ritter's throwing this in, they're hugging the line every single time. Nobody's had a deep throw all game because of the embankments. Fellow with the red head, Jarrett Coffin, is going to stop, try to get past Zach Fair. He's going to send this one on the ground.
We got about 25 minutes left.
Yeah.
About 15 minutes in.
If you can.
Yeah.
Okay, just plug it in the power script then. Yeah, it's for the MiFi.
Was it dying?
Yeah. 25%, I forgot to plug it in.
That lasted the rest of the game.
Yeah, but it just gave me the alert, so I wanted to plug it in. There we go. Imagine if there was a goal that happened while I was trying to plug that in.
Oopsies.
Whoopsies. Yeah, right now, unofficially.
I don't remember. When was the last time we got scored on?
Well, Audubon is on an amazing streak right now, which at the beginning of the season I would have thought was, pure baloney. Bruno Barroso de Sosa trying to score. Is to the right. Banel smothers it. West Deptford on October 6th was the last time that anyone scored off of Audubon, and that was 7 times. We made up for that
Let's not talk about that.
by 5 consecutive shutouts.
Oh,
Wow! Knocked by Wiltsey rather. He's going to try to set one up, and it is off the crossbar after deflecting off of Valens' hand. And a lucky save.
That's the second time that Tyler shots went off the crossbar.
Yeah.
That's a shame. He took that right to the gut.
Yeah. Actually, 8 of 12 of Audubon's wins this year have been shutouts.
Yeah, I know.
Including the last 5.
You mean the last 5?
The last 5 in a row have been shutouts. But 8 of the 12 wins that Audubon has had this season.
Maybe there's a reason it's a shutout. Somebody has a little, must have like some type of thing that's making them one shut them. I don't know. World may never know.
World may never know.
So they must have struck a deal with the goalie.
Yes, you did.
I wonder who that is.
That was you.
Handball.
I didn't get that one. But yeah, I mean, you look at the last 5 games. Whoa, look out now. Do. But 5-0 versus Woodbury, 5-0 versus Paulsboro, 1-0 versus Gateway, 2-0 versus Gloucester Way, and
wait, what? 2-0.
2-0 versus Gateway, and 6-0 versus Gloucester. My
You
apologies.
say Gloucester Way.
Yeah, Gloucester Way. Gloucester Way. That's got to be a street in Gloucester, right?
Wait a minute. I was going to say 2-0 versus Gloucester.
That's got to be a street in Gloucester, right? Gloucester Way. Gloucester Way. Gloucester Avenue. I don't know.
Maybe it could be
I don't think that was a funny pun. But
I don't know. I was more so paying attention to the game.
well, I try to. It's not my job.
That should be good for Trent.
Well, it'll be to the left of him anyways. It'll go up on the embankment of a million pine needles.
Literally a million of them.
That's got to be, right? Look at all those. Look at all those pine needles.
Imagine like trying to clean those up.
And they're all brown and faded.
Would you want to do that then?
I wouldn't.
I don't think it's
Give me like one of those industrial
blowers.
Yeah, air blowers.
Leaf blower.
Leaf blowers, yes.
Air blowers. Get your air blowers
here. Get your air blowers here.
Get you.
Oh, it's right off the foot, tipped off of Jarrett Coffin. Maybe a shot here, trying to set him up. Doesn't get it. And the whistle's blown as a matter of fact.
Not sure where the foul was. He barely even tapped him.
The son must have found a...
Saw the funny thing?
What?
He still blocked the goal.
Yeah.
He still blocked the goal.
Good job, Callahan. Go, Callahan. Do it.
This one will be kicked by Jason Wilson. And a hand. So Hassan must have found a porta potty somewhere. Unless he went in the bushes.
I don't know. Is he back already?
I mean, at halftime. Like, it's not like he immediately went back, so.
I would think he would have found something, maybe.
Yeah, probably.
Who's that running up the line over there?
Running up the line?
Yeah, over there. Is that Casey?
I see nobody.
Who's on the other? Who's about to go towards the ball right now on our team?
That is Fair and Stockton.
Cameron, right? The one that has the ball right now.
Oh, yeah, it is. It is Casey. Casey Sharkey Cameron.
Took you a little long to know who I was talking about.
Yeah, no.
Looks like a couple players are ready to come
for fade. Number 7 at least, it looks like, which is Henrico Tacconi, who played most of the first half for the Wildcats.
Where'd the other one go?
The other one?
Yeah, there's two.
He's behind the coach, Rory Watkins. Oh, there he is. He pops out from his cocoon. It's number 10,
It's like he heard us. Hello,
Alex Bacalima.
Ben Cameron looks like he's
And Ben sends this one to the embankment, and it will actually roll up
Whose
to...
is it?
What's that?
Whose is it?
I think it would be Wildcats. Or not.
Why would it be wild? That's a kicked off the shin.
Well, it hit off Ben Cameron's shin.
Philadelphia with blue. All right.
Caution trying to work with it.
What are we not going to the ball for?
Well, Frank Jones has had it for a couple seconds. Now he passes it to his man,
I'm not sure why we didn't do it.
Alejandro Bueno Sosa.
Zach Fair's in too.
Yeah, Zach Fayer's been in for a couple minutes.
Ooh. Tony's
Will hug the line. Jason Stockland trying to make a shot to his teammate. He doesn't go.
Good.
5:05 local time here on Friday, October the 21st, 2022. Like we said, we'll probably find out
See
on...
there, what's his name? Check on him. Kind of a little good sportsmanship checked on the guy after he.
Well,
actually
kind of a
picked
great
him up.
sport. The only card that he got was because he got a little bit ahead of himself and cussed in front of a ref.
Well, that was kind of he kind of had a point on that, but
He did. He just, if he didn't drop the F-bomb, he might have
said
gotten
it
away
in
with it.
a different way, then it would have been a different.
Yeah, that one will go to the ball handler. Straight to
There
him.
was no. We haven't got a lot of cards this season at all.
No.
I think Trent
And
only
neither
got
have
one.
our opposition. So now coming in will be Bacalima and Henrico Taccone.
I think Trent only got one too.
This will be thrown in by Ritter. He's waiting for a signal from the man above. Rather from, referees. Not above, on the same level as them. Above in authority. There we go. I had to make that come around as an aggressive header from Hayden to Tyler to Kaina. Kaina's coming through. He is ramming through them like a battering ram. Brought back by Alex Bacalima, and will be his second to last regular season game with the Wildcats.
Good, George.
Good kick by George. Up in the air. Jason Wilson trying to come down with it. Doesn't go. Wiltsey trying to stop it. And how about that for a nonchalant block by
Good,
Taccone?
Hayden.
Another loud thud. Heller trying to keep it on, and he doesn't. A valiant effort, though, on the slide. Ritter gets a short throw to Taccone. And that one is to our left. Picked up by a Wildcat parent. And Enrico Taccone trying to get something going.
Tony
Doesn't
just sends it
go.
away.
What's that?
Tony just sends it away.
Yeah, that's just what Tony does. Well, now back up there is Casey Cameron.
Now, Trent did make a deal with the coach, too.
What did he do?
Shut out rest of the season pizza party.
Well, I was about to say that was in jeopardy, but not yet. Pizza party for who? Just him?
Not very good.
Oh.
And so far, they're why? Okay, I was gonna say why didn't Tyler do it?
There is about 15 and a half minutes left in the game,
I think at this
assuming that
point, you
this
just
score
gotta kind of
holds.
like play a little possession.
What's that?
Play a little bit of possession. Everyone. Move up.
Wiltsey is going to try to go for it. Whistle's blown.
What happened?
Player down.
They're
Make the
gonna
shade.
call. What are they gonna card Tyler? What do you do?
I don't know. No, he's walking right past Tyler.
Oh, see, what happened? Nothing
Got-
happened. They
Well,
both-
that was Alejandro Bueno Sosa
They both went for the ball.
who was hurt. I don't think that he was going to card anybody.
Well, I mean, it looks like they're giving Shade the advantage, but I just don't see what happened.
I did not either. I just saw that he was down.
I mean, if you go for the ball and one of them go down, then that's
Yeah.
not a fault of anybody.
I don't know.
As a Hayden, cannot turn away from that.
Blocked with a thundering sound. Wiltsey to Kina. Kina gets it blocked by Wilson.
Do it again.
Up in the air. Cameron's going to bounce this straight off his square forehead.
Dang, bro, what you trying to say is a square foot?
I'm sorry, square off of his forehead. Excuse me.
Tell him Ben. I'm telling Ben. Yo, Ben. He said you got a square forehead.
Like you know the song from 1985, Huey Lewis and the News, "Hip to Be Square."
Nope.
It's in a SpongeBob movie.
Doesn't mean I know it because it's in SpongeBob. Looks like Cooper might be leaving.
Yeah, it might be heading back to the old watering hole.
Oh my God.
What is up with you today?
There's a line drive by Preston
Is he
Carey.
leaving?
No, he's just sitting down with some folks over there.
Oh, maybe his parents. His dad
see,
might be over there.
I don't see Trent's dad there.
Well, they might have went up and got him. So I don't know how he would have got home.
Does he not have a car? No?
Sister has it.
Oh, that is Asen, right?
Quincy.
Quincy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Ace and the
I'm sorry.
12-year-old.
Get there, defense, get there.
Nice, China.
Trying to work against Ritter, and he goes down.
I don't know why they kicked it out.
He kicked that. I mean, I feel bad for the ball handler because where does that? Is there like a? I hope there's like a chain link fence.
No?
It extends over there.
I think it does. He's gonna have to avoid all the locusts and stuff.
Yeah. I have not seen the ball keeper come out yet, so
No, I have not either. I don't think this mic's on, Dan.
it is.
Stop talking for a second. Hello. Okay.
Yeah, it's on. Wow,
Oh.
Fallon almost gave up a goal. I still haven't seen that goalkeeper come out of the woods.
Goalkeeper.
Oh, the ball handler. Excuse me. He is finally out of the woods with no ball.
I don't think he's gonna find it.
No, that ball is lost to the trees now.
I think a couple parents might be. RJ's dad's gonna go.
Yeah, we're gonna see a Maple Shade rescue search for that soccer ball.
I mean, it is these balls are expensive.
Oh yeah, not like the one that you got from Walmart.
No,
Oh, he got it. He got the ball.
They're way more expensive.
Well, yeah, because they're game balls.
Watch it, Henrico, stay with them.
I
Yeah.
think RJ's dad walked
Back
in
to
there.
Lima.
Henrico, go, Henrico.
Oh wow! Just
Oh
to
my
the
God,
right.
that
They
just
almost
scared
set up a perfect shot. That was so close for the Wildcats.
I think we need a little Trent pick it up.
Well, it's not his fault.
No, I think we need him like his little
His
like, where he-
attitude.
no, like where he says it, like pick it up.
Oh yeah.
We might need that right now. Like usually when he says that, it kind of helps.
Sometimes even vocal enthusiasm is good ones. Or good
Any
ones.
enthusiasm.
Valen up and saves it. I mean, as you see, Valen looks like he's the same height, if not taller than Kina. So to beat out Kina on a jump up like that, that's hard to do. This one
I
will
mean, if you're
go
the same height or
on the
taller,
line and out.
If you're the same height or taller than Klein, it's not hard to beat him out.
Well, it depends on who has higher vertical. You know?
I mean, look at him in the net compared to Trent.
True, very true. Not a whole lot of room to work with. Ben with a kick on the run out to
We're not
number
gonna lie,
12,
he's a big
Jeremiah
guy.
Iorio.
He's a big guy.
Back out to Jarrett Coffin. In the air to
Kinda.
Cameron, rather
Back to
Casey.
Hayden.
Hayden's got it.
Gonna give Wilsey a lead.
Brother to brother
He shot
combo.
it.
Did he try? No, that one
You
is
gotta
stopped. Good save there by Valen. He's had a countless number of saves tonight, which is why
Sure, Klein.
this game has stayed the way it is, except for that one PK.
Hey, anything matters though. Like, a win's a win. No matter how you get a win.
And down goes Homa and Bakalima. Kind of helps him up.
Not sure if RJ's dad is going to be too happy about that.
I don't know.
You can do anything.
Tony bounces. I love when Tony is a hitter and he goes like that. He looks like his hair's flopped back and forth like he's in a metal band. You ever notice that?
What?
His hair, like when he takes a header.
He used to have short hair.
He did. He used to have a lot
He used to have hair. It was so cool because it would go down. It would like go forward, but when it got like when he started sweating, it'd stand straight up.
Huh? Was that last year?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
It
yeah.
would look like he had spiky hair.
Oh yeah, I think I remember that a little bit. But I mean, I also used to.
Over there to just stop the ball.
I also used to have short hair, so
Well, that wasn't supposed to happen.
no, that was the fault of my barber or salon artist at the time.
What, they screwed up and they had to cut the rest off?
No,
What happened then?
she cut it too short than what I actually wanted it to be. I've actually only had 2 or 3 haircuts since last year, which is not normal. I used to have like 5 or 6 haircuts a year.
That's it?
Yeah.
Let me just say this. I know a YouTuber that gets a haircut every 2 days.
I mean, look at how long my hair is. I mean, it's
You know
not.
what I said?
What?
I know a YouTuber that has a haircut every 2 days.
What? Is it a Jack?
I know a YouTuber who gets a haircut every 2 days.
Is this one of your riddles?
No! I know a YouTuber that, I watch a YouTuber who gets
Is it
his
some
haircut
phase, dude?
every 2 days.
I don't know. I give up.
I'm just saying, in general, like, he gets a haircut every 2 days.
Oh, okay.
Just think about how many haircuts a year that is.
That's
It's over 100 haircuts a
160.
year.
About. It would actually be 132 and a half. If you add if you add a leap day, that's
I
100.
don't know why. We think it's way different angle.
Yeah.
So the sound's gonna come for Casey Cameron now.
Yeah.
7
Sharky's
minutes
going
after
out
the game.
and Hassan is coming in. Yeah, once the players are done, they will have to make their way over to Audubon if they are attending the homecoming tonight.
They might not. I don't know if we're gonna have time for the interview then.
Yeah,
We'll try, but
we'll walk over there.
if they say no, they say no. We gotta find somebody to interview.
I would interview like Tom. I would interview like he said.
I want to interview T-Set. Can we ask him?
Yeah.
Like no player today, just T-Set.
Well, I want his thoughts on the season, and also because he's a grown man, he's probably going to talk more intellectually than. And nothing against the players, but
What's wrong with Pino?
oh, kind of. Sorry. Kind of get back up.
Oh, there you go. That's great sportsmanship. The goalie gave him a hand up.
Yeah.
Oh, it's white. It's white ball.
He's rubbing his shirt on his lip. Oh, yeah.
Is he bleeding?
Yeah, his lip's bleeding a little bit.
Is it?
He's, got his hand up in the air.
Come on, Hayden.
Maybe
Find
one
an
of the
opening.
sub or something.
Go.
I mean, kind of still very gingerly walking, and he's holding the right side of his face. I think he's hurt, but
Okay, now I gotta get up. Final minutes of the game.
final minutes of the game, probably about
This could decide whether.
yeah. Look at kinda. He's still.
I think he's staying in. I think he's gonna stay in.
No, he just waved off Morrison. And there's Tom Setting. The rest of our bench. There's
Who's in the green shirt over there? Is that Blaze?
that is Blaze.
Why is he sitting?
Not sure. Maybe he did a no-no. Not sure.
I know. I really wouldn't want to see him sit. He's like one of our best. He's like one of our best defenders.
Especially in this time of game.
Especially in this, he's probably one of our fastest players too.
Yeah, just over 5 minutes left. If Maple Shade scores a goal because Blaze is not there, then what does that have to say? You know.
I don't know. Who would you say is the fastest player on our team?
Blaze.
You know that Tyler is, right?
Oh yeah, true. I didn't think of Tyler.
I think it's Tyler, then Blaze, and then I don't know who else after that. After that, it's just a blur.
After that, yeah, it's kind of all just a hodgepodge.
Pretty much all the same speed up there. Good, kinda. Why? Where? When, where, what? 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Getting a little chilly.
Yeah, some chills coming in. Right now it's 63. Wind blowing to the southwest at 6 miles an hour. Quite low humidity. If Audubon is to play their first playoff game on Thursday, it will be 72 and partly cloudy.
On what, Thursday?
Yeah.
Geez, that's the next time we play?
That'll be really nice. 72 degrees. Looks like Audubon's bus is pulling around.
Yeah, we're doing playoff.
Where are they?
It's like the bus is
Yeah, I was just going to say the bus is here.
possibly having 10 feet on. I would think that they would.
Yeah, I see some folks moving around up there. W 5-2. Okay. JV with a win.
Yes! Good job, Core!
Heller's trying to set one up to send back the other way. I don't care. It doesn't pick up anything unless you like scream.
Just say Blaze, I think it's Curly.
One's right over the foot of Bueno Sosa.
We got 250.
Yeah, about 2.5 minutes left.
I like that. I had a JV team. They got off the bus so long too.
Oh yeah. They could have just sat in there and looked at it on their phones, but they decided to come out and watch. Luca's giving me a weird look.
What?
Give me a weird look. I mean, hey, if you're not going to have fun, then what's the point of doing this, you know?
Tired. I want to go home.
Do you have UPS today?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yes, you did. Yeah.
It's every day.
Wiltsy's trying to stop this one in the corner.
He's trying to. I think he's just trying to get milk time at this point.
Yeah, they're really trying to milk it, but...
I mean, shoot, he just milked like 50 seconds out of it.
That's a lot of milking, but it's 2%.
Actually,
John Hurd, the sophomore, will send this one to Vitor Souza de Lima. Souza de Lima out to Heller. He's going to try to buy some time.
I guess that means that Maple Shade's JV isn't too decent, I guess.
I guess so. Wow, look at that kick from Souza de Lima. Giordano playing further up than normal, but wasn't Giordano a striker last year?
At all?
What's that?
Have we interviewed Blaze?
Don't think so.
How don't we interview Blaze?
Well, he's sitting on the bench right now.
And still playing. We can interview George. We can interview George. We haven't interviewed George yet, or Jason.
True. And also, the bus is behind us, so it's on the way to the bus. I don't see why they're looking at it.
No, they should be able to do it.
Kinda. Wow.
That should be ours.
That should be, it looks like. And Kina will get a helping hand from Wilson. It's like 37 seconds left. They'll have time for a couple more kicks instead.
Come on, 20 seconds. Let's go.
Wilson trying to shave off some time. Send it to Kina. They don't want Maple Shade to get the ball back.
That's it.
This might be their last shot. In a 1-0 game, they would need some desperation, and it's out of play. He's going to try to throw it from just short of the embankment, and they will not have time. Maple Shade will close off the year with 5-9, and Audubon has their 13th win of the year. JV is running back right on the bus as soon as they can, and it's a 1-0 win as Audubon wins their 6th straight, and Trent Bannell completes the challenge, 6 shutouts in a row. So now, we'll be right back. We'll see what we can get. All right, folks, here from Maple Shade, Quiet Park, as it's a 1-0 final. Audubon taking home their 6th straight shutout to close out the regular season. We just got to listen to what Mike Tomasetti had to say to his club. No interview today. They'll be going straight to the bus, as a lot of the players with some dates tonight going to homecoming at the Aux Gym at AHS. But since I got time to talk to y'all. We will find out sometime over the weekend who Audubon will play in the first round. It will probably either be Pennsville, Woodstown, or Buna or Buena, because it's kind of pronounced both ways. But because Thomas Eddy said Buna, everybody, some people say Buena, but whatever. It looks like that we are locked into the 7th seed out of 16. After this win, because Pittman beat Gloucester Catholic last night, then they are locked in, and we will not move up to the 6th seed. So it looks like that our first game will be at home, and then all the rest will be away. But we'll have to see how that plays out. Like we said, Pennsville, Woodstown, who we played before and beat 4-0, and Buna, who I do not know much about Pennsville or Buna, but like I said, it goes either way. So we'll start packing up, just like the players are getting onto the bus for the last time. Maple Shade is having a chat down near the fireside as well. But we'll be back on Thursday for one of the 3 teams, Pennsville, Woodstown, or Buna. There's a whole bunch of a hodgepodge, amalgamation of players and teams that are, clumped up in this one spot. So depending on what happens in the next couple of days, we'll figure out who we play. We'll give you guys an update on our social medias depending on what happens. We'll see who we play. Maple Shade is breaking from their huddle, and until next time, we'll see you. KP1 Designs, Matt Wagner and Dan Wilkins. We'll see you on Thursday. Here from Audubon Green Wave soccer coverage from Yoakum Elementary School in Maple